everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about Tardive Dyskinesia. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Tardive dyskinesia is a disorder that results in involuntary, repetitive body movement, like grimaces, striking out the tongue, smacking the lips, rapid neck movements, slow writing movements, and it's really difficult, terribly, the daily life routines. The causes can be very different and it can really be a side effect of an antipsychotic medicine, which usually this is a type of medicine that it's prescribed for certain types of psychiatric issues like schizophrenia, bipolar and other type of brain disorders. And this happens because this type of drug usually blocks the dopamine receptors, and this dopamine is like we usually say here in this channel, we talk about a lot of certain types of chemicals in our brain, and this dopamine is one of the most important chemicals that help control emotions. The pleasure center play a special role in the stability of the motor functions also. This is a side effect that is so common that really affects 30 to 50% of the old people that uses this type of medication. Tardive dyskinesia affects the control of our body, particularly the muscles, and the main symptoms usually are uncontrolled movements on the face, uncontrolled movements in the fingers. This can be faster or slower, and of course this means that it can be really hard to stay still, to work, or the opposite, to be much more active. Usually the main treatment for this kind of disorder, it is a preventive treatment, because actually this is a side effect, it's not a disorder or a disease by itself, it's caused by something else, usually by that chemical imbalance that we were talking before. And when these side effects happen, this usually means to your mental health provider that he has to change your antipsychotic medication for one that has much less effect in this matter, in this field, and is also scientifically proved that are also other type of medicines that can treat or at least help to control these kind of involuntary movements like ginkgo, melatonin, vitamin E or vitamin B6. Coping with these kind of side effects that most of the times look like an extra disorder can be much more difficult when we involve the stigma of our society around it. Repetitive movements can make you feel much more isolated in a social way, because of course it is not easy to make social connections when you are doing certain type of movements. Of course we have to talk about the judgmental behavior of a social group that can be really supportive, but most of the times we know that this doesn't happen and people likes to judge easily. So one of the best things to do is to not lose the social connections, is to join a support group to help you feel much less alone in these situations and help you cope and accept and even have other type of coping mechanisms to deal with all these situations. On the other way, and this is very important, if you see some people with some kind of tics or a nervous twitch or any other kind of strange movements, don't be the first one to judge, because you don't know what this person is dealing with, and it is very possible, like we said before, that this is a side effect of other things that are much more difficult to deal, like a psychiatric issue or like a psychotic problem that really affects this person's life. So be less judgmental and be much more easy to accept that that person probably is not even feeling comfortable because she is aware of these kind of movements, but she cannot control herself. So before you act or have any kind of judgment or behavior toward this type of people, understand that the person maybe is just trying to deal with their own mental health issue, and be much more open-minded and much more flexible toward this issue and this type of behavior from the others. And so that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, comment if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!